I was the top student in my class and the most hated person in school. My name is Priya Sharma, and this is the true story of how I survived being isolated, bullied, and pressured from every side just because I worked hard and did well in my studies. If you're going through something similar, or if you feel alone because of your success, I want you to know that you're not alone. And more importantly, there is a way out. Let me show you how I did it. It was 10th grade. After midterm exams, I scored 98%. I was so happy. My parents were proud. But when I went to school the next day, everything changed. My classmates looked at me differently. Someone had written "show off" on my locker with a black marker. My heart sank. At lunch, my best friend Ria turned to me with cold eyes. "You think you're better than all of us," she said. The whole table went silent. I felt tears burning in my eyes, but I didn't cry. Not there. Not in front of everyone. That day, I ate lunch alone in the library. The days that followed were the hardest of my life. The students hated me. They would go quiet when I walked by. In group projects, no one wanted me on their team. During PE class, I was always picked last. The teachers unintentionally added pressure. Mrs. Kapoor would say, "Priya can handle extra homework since she's so brilliant." She said it like a compliment, but it made other students hate me more. My best friend abandoned me. Ria stopped talking to me completely. Once I saw her laughing with a group, and when I came near, they all stopped and stared. I knew they were talking about me. My parents didn't understand. When I told my father, he said, "Just ignore them and focus on your studies." But how could I ignore it when I was living it every single day? 2 months later, something happened that almost broke me. I was walking down the hallway after school. Suddenly, someone's foot tripped me. I fell hard. My books went flying everywhere. It was Arjun, a boy from my class. He was standing there with his friends, laughing. "Oops, didn't see you there, topper," he said. Everyone was watching. Everyone was laughing. Nobody helped me pick up my books. I sat on that cold floor, gathering my papers with shaking hands, trying not to cry. That night, I told my mother, "Ma, I don't want to go to school anymore. I can't do this." My mother sat me down and let me cry. Then she said something I will never forget. "Priya, dimming your light will not make others shine brighter. It will only make the world darker." "But Ma, they hate me," I whispered. "They don't hate you, Priya. They hate how your success makes them feel about themselves. That is not your fault." She said, "You have two choices. You can let them pull you down, or you can rise above it with grace. You can show them that success doesn't have to be selfish." That night, I couldn't sleep. I kept thinking about her words. Rise above it with grace. The next morning, I made a decision. I was not going to hide, but I was also not going to be arrogant. I was going to change how I handled this, how I handled the hatred, the tips that saved me. Let me share with you the exact steps I took to come out of this darkness. These are the things that actually worked for me. If you are going through something similar, try these. I promise they will help. Tip 1. I started helping others without making it about me. I realized people hated me because they thought I was competing with them. So I decided to show them I wanted them to succeed too. When Kavya struggled with algebra, I quietly slid my notes to her desk. When Rohit asked about chemistry, I sat with him and explained it step by step. I started a study group in the library. Only 2 people came the first week, but I showed up every Friday. I never said, "This is so easy." I always said, "This was difficult for me too, but here's what helped." Slowly, students started to see me differently. Help without expecting thank you. Do it because it's right. That's grace. Tip 2. I stopped defending myself and seeking approval. Before, whenever someone made a mean comment, I would try to explain myself, but defending myself made things worse. It made me look desperate for their approval. When someone whispered about me, I smiled and walked away. When our June made a joke about me in class, I didn't look hurt. I just continued my work. When the group chat had messages making fun of me, I didn't respond. Bullies want a reaction. When you don't give them that, they lose power. You will still feel hurt. I felt hurt every time, but I didn't show them that hurt. Not responding to negativity is not weakness. It is strength. You know your worth and don't need to prove it. Tip 3. I found my real friends and let go of fake ones. I had been trying so hard to get Ria and my old friends back, but my mother asked if they were real friends, would they abandon you for doing well? That question hit me hard. I stopped chasing Ria. I accepted they were not my people anymore. I found Mira, a quiet girl who sat alone. I asked what she was reading. We became friends. I met Sneha in my study group. We started having lunch together. Mira and Sneha never cared about my marks. They cared about who I was as a person. Real friends celebrate your success. If someone can't be happy for you, let them go with love and no bitterness. Tip 4. I protected my mental health like it was important. One day, I felt so anxious I couldn't breathe properly. That's when I realized I needed to take care of myself inside. Journaling. Every night, I wrote everything I felt. I also wrote 3 things I was grateful for each day. Morning walks. I walked with my grandmother. The fresh air and movement cleared my mind. Breathing exercises. When anxious in school, I would take 10 deep breaths. Breathe in for 4, hold for 4, breathe out for 4. Talking to my mother, she became my safe space. Stop comparing. I deleted social media for 3 months. I focused only on my own journey. Taking care of your mental health is not selfish. You cannot pour from an empty cup. Tip 5. I remembered my why every single day. When things got hard, I remembered why I started working hard in the first place. My why was clear. I wanted to become a doctor. When I was 8, my grandfather had a heart attack. We couldn't afford good health care. I saw my mother crying. That day, I decided I would help people who couldn't afford good doctors. I wrote my why on paper and kept it in my wallet. I put a picture of a doctor's code on my study table. Every morning, I said, I am not studying for marks. I am studying for my future patients. When your reason is bigger than the people pulling you down, they become less important. Your dreams are valid. Don't let anyone make you feel guilty for wanting to succeed. Tip 6. I killed them with kindness, even when it hurt. Ria, my ex-best friend, failed her chemistry test. She got 23 out of 100. I heard her crying in the bathroom. I took my chemistry notebook with all my notes and kept it on Ria's desk. I put a small note. You've got this. These notes helped me. Hope they help you too. Priya, I didn't wait to see her reaction. I just walked away. The next day, Ria came to me and said, "Thank you for the notes." I smiled. Of course. If you need help, let me know. We didn't become best friends again, but the hatred was gone. Kindness when someone hurt you is the ultimate strength. It shows you are bigger than the hurt they caused. Final exams of 11th grade came. I continued my study group. By now, about 15 students were coming every Friday. Results came out. I scored 96.4%, but something beautiful happened. Kavya scored 89%. Rohit passed math for the first time. The study group students improved by an average of 15%. On results day, Arjun came up to me. He looked nervous. "Priya," he said, "I'm sorry for everything, for tripping you, for being mean. You helped me pass math, and I never said thank you. I was wrong about you. I looked at him and felt peace. It's okay, Arjun. I'm glad you passed. You worked hard. That day, several students thanked me. Some hugged me. The same people who whispered about me were now celebrating with me. The best decision of my life. After getting into medical college, I realized something. My knowledge was meant to be shared. I started free tutoring classes every weekend. I started with 5 students in my living room. Soon, there were 20 students coming every Saturday and Sunday. Beautiful things happened. Anjali, who thought she was bad at math, scored 95% in her boards. Karen, from a poor family, got a full scholarship to engineering college. 2 students I taught are now teachers themselves. 1 student is joining me in medical college next year. The same intelligence that made people hate me became the tool that helped dozens of students achieve their dreams. My message to you, if you are being hated for your success, if you feel alone, if you feel pressured, I want to tell you, your success is not their failure. There is enough space for everyone to succeed. Haters are temporary. Your dreams are permanent. Don't sacrifice permanent things for temporary people. Be humble, but never dim your light. You can be proud without making others feel small. That's grace. Help others rise with you. Success is sweeter when shared. Your mental health matters more than your marks. Take care of yourself. Talk to someone. You are more than your grades. Not everyone will like you, and that is okay. You need good people to love you. Focus on that. When you respond to hate with grace, when you help someone who hurt you, when you stay kind even when the world is cruel, that is real strength. Today, I am in my 2nd year of medical college. I have real friends who love me. I still run my tutoring classes with 30 students now. The girl who cried herself to sleep is still inside me, but she is not broken anymore. She is healed. She is strong. She is kind. The pressure was real. The hatred was painful, but it taught me that I can handle hard things, that I can choose grace over bitterness, that I can rise above hate with love. To every student who is facing hatred for being good at what they do, don't stop. Don't hide. Don't apologize for your excellence. But also, don't become arrogant. Don't become cold. Don't become the same hate that hurt you. Rise with grace. Help others rise with you. Be kind even when they are cruel. That's how hate transforms into respect. That's how pressure becomes strength. That's how pain becomes purpose. Your struggles today are shaping you into someone extraordinary tomorrow. Every tear, every lonely lunch, every mean comment, they are all making you stronger, kinder, wiser. Keep going. The world needs your light. Don't let anyone convince you to dim it. Remember, success is not about being better than others. It's about being better than you were yesterday. And always, always choose grace. Your struggles are not permanent. Your strength is that if this story helped you, share it with someone who needs encouragement today. Priya Sharma, future doctor, forever student, forever kind.